Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Amplify Women's History Edition. My guest, I feel like she needs no introduction. My girl Suha with ZTechnology Solutions. Welcome, always.
Hi, Delilah. Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be on with you.
It's always a good time, and we have a lot to talk about in chat. So we're gonna go ahead and dive in and get started. It is Women History Month. If you didn't know, March honors women. And Suha, you just finished writing an article for this month. So let us know what the article is about.
The idea came to me last month. I was talking with another women leader, and we were
Okay.
talking about the tug of war of fitting in versus standing out. And it just kind of like a light bulb went in my head. And I was like, I want to write about this for Women's History Month.
Yeah.
So I actually reached out to a number of my contacts,
Hmm.
and I wanted to include both perspectives, men and women, because women
Okay.
have a lot of men allies. And
We
so I
do.
wanted to get their perspective on how they see that struggle for women and for themselves, because they also have that struggle. And so it was really a very eye-opening article, which is out now. So please, it's on all social media
We'll
outlets.
link the article in
Yeah.
in the comments or in the content of the post. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it really highlights how this struggle, even in 2025, it's still there. How
Yeah.
women have to balance and sometimes shrink themselves so that they can fit in and
Yep.
be taken seriously, versus those who speak out and speak up and share their ideas. And it was really an eye opener, Delilah, I have to admit.
And those type of topics, they come in the most random moments. Like you could be in the car, you could be making like cooking, like sometimes it'll just be by myself in the kitchen and so all of a sudden this idea will come in or this topic and I have to stop what I'm doing and write it down because I love to write still.
Yeah.
And I get it. So, well, congratulations. Like I said, we
Thank
will
you.
link the article either in the comments or the context of the post. Now, the next thing I wanted to chat was about our wristbands.
Yeah.
If I can, yeah, we're like uh mortgage industry Avengers. We're like Thundercats.
Yep. So mine actually, I don't know if you guys can see it. Mine says Elisi on one side,
Okay.
and mine says Ola Mesa on the other side.
And what does that
And so Elisi means the solution,
mean?
because that's actually the word for 2025 for me. I want to be the solution, helping others.
I love it.
And Ola Mesa means all in. And I'm all in for that. So
Well,
those were my words for the year. And
okay.
if you remember earlier, I had a
Yes.
little post, I had a
Yes, you did.
poll, and I asked people to share what their word for 2025 was.
Yep.
And Delilah's word was commitment.
Commitment.
So she got a little band with the word commitment on it. And tell us
Yes.
why you chose commitment, Delilah.
You know what? It was just something in the beginning of the year when I would go into my time of prayer, that word was constantly coming up to the point where I look back and it's in like every almost every journal when I get into my zone and I journal and I write it the word commitment. And on so many levels too, not just business, my personal finances, romantic, like the word commitment kept coming up. So the fact that when you gave me that, I was just like,
Well, I love when you shared it on LinkedIn. It actually had the little taco on
yes,
it, which I thought was so cute.
actually my
Yep.
dangled on. So yes, but I absolutely love it. But tell us a little bit more about this too, about the wristbands.
So the wristbands were really, the poll went, for me, it went viral. It had over 80,000 views, and got
Nice.
a lot of good comments, a lot of good responses. And
Yeah.
I just felt that for those, at least the ones that I know, the people that I know
Mhm.
closely, that them sharing their word and sharing the reason behind their word, I just wanted to do something for them so that it will be on their wrist and remind them for all of 2025. And honestly, everyone who received the band has told me they have not
Yep.
taken it off.
Yep.
They have worn it since the day they've got it, and it's on their wrist. They look down, they see it. It's a reminder
Yep.
every day of what they chose their intention and their focus was going to be this year.
Yeah. I'm
So
actually just looking at it. Forgot I'm recording for a second because I'm like getting all emotional. But when you gave it to me, it was just such a blessing because it kind of just solidified. I know what I needed to do. And sometimes, it keeps coming up, it keeps coming up, and you're like, yeah, yeah, I'll get to it. And then all of a sudden something like this happens. Yeah, it's like a big
it's a
meow.
constant reminder. Exactly. It's like, I'm here, I'm here.
No, I get it. So, Z Technology Solutions. How long have
Yes.
you been on your own now?
So the company actually, I started the company back in 2014. So it's
Okay.
been some time,
So,
but I really have been on my own since 2020, since a
okay.
little after COVID,
Mm-hmm.
I would say.
Okay.
And, for me, that path and that journey, all in and the solution, that's why these are my words for the year, because it is part of the path that I've chosen to be on.
Yeah.
And when you're an entrepreneur or solopreneur like we are, you can't take shortcuts. You are really all in. You are really giving it everything you can. And our world is changing every day. I mean,
Yeah.
we hear about AI. I mean, I'm going to talk about AI, obviously, and data. And I know that for me to be able to serve my clients, I also have to continue to be on a learning journey.
That's
And
correct.
so I have to educate myself so I can help my clients. And so part of my journey is I'm working, but a lot of people don't know this. I'm actually pursuing certifications through Harvard and through MIT to actually become a certified AI professional. And so it's a path that you just jump right in. You have to be committed. You have to be focused. Again, see, the words all come together,
They
honestly.
do. Yeah.
But for us to be able to serve our clients to the best of our ability, we have to be at our best. And so we have to take that first step. We have to take that journey. And a lot of my clients obviously are starting to look at AI and what they need to do. And many of them want to just jump right in. And I'm like, no, you got to take a step back. You can't have an AI strategy if you don't have a data strategy. And to have a data strategy, you have to understand where your data is, the data ownership part, the data cleansing part, building the foundation. And I needed to get educated about all of that. I mean, as much of a data nerd as I am, and as much of a tech person, tech subject matter expert, it's evolving so fast, Delilah, that what I knew yesterday is probably outdated, and I need to learn something new today.
It's
So,
it's nonstop learning.
absolutely.
And congratulations, because I so feel you. When I tell you, I get it. It every year, not even, I feel like every day you have to get up and you have to commit to our what we're doing. It is not easy when you're on your own and there's really no one pushing you, or no one. It's not a W-2 job. This is something where we basically just kind of, it's our passion, and we get up and we do it every single day. And sometimes you have to either, there comes a point in your solopreneur life where you make that decision to, for me it's commit, for you to be all in. Because you can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Yeah, you
You know
can't
what
be
you
wishy-washy.
can't do that. Either you're in or you're out. And that is the difference between whether you're going to be successful or whether you're going to be fall off. And I'm being really honest. Being
I
really
mean,
honest there.
the brutal honesty, it's not easy. There are
No,
so many days that all I want to do is pull up the comforter above my head and stay in bed and not get up. But
girl,
you have to push yourself
you do.
because you are you are your worst enemy, but you are also your strongest ally. And so you have to keep pushing yourself, and
Yeah.
you have to keep learning. You have to stay curious. You have to know what's the current thing that you need to know. Because again, at the end of the day, you're helping clients solve problems. And to be
Yeah.
able to do that, you have to be at the top of your game.
You
Because
do.
if you're not, then you're not the right resource for them.
No, you're not. You're not. And eventually they'll notice
They'll
that
figure it out. Exactly.
you're not it.
Yeah.
And I get it wholeheartedly. So, folks out there, please, if you haven't connected with Suha, please do. If you are looking for any AI strategy, need help with data, learning about how to make it your foundation, and if you want to go all in but don't know even where to begin, she's your girl. Like, Suha's it. And not only that, I trust her, and I mean, she's the best. And she does so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
And I'm such a, I cheer for you, girl. I'm always here for you for everything. So, with that, thank you for another episode of Amplify, where again we like to highlight and spotlight movers and shakers and honor women for Women History Month. Thank you always for watching. Thank you, Suha.
Thank you.
Bye.